Aloha shavers, what's up? Today I'm going to be using Zingari Man Socialite and the Recovery Splash, both for the first time. I'll be brushing with the Omega Evo synthetic brush, and for a razor I'll be using the Carbon CX Titan, which is a carbon handle and titanium hardware. For pre-shave I'll be using Gentleman's Nod Fred pre-shave primer, stuff that I love. And the objectives of today's shave are to discuss two things, and both are appropriate in the forms of apologies to Heather from Zingari Man. And the first objective is to discuss fragrance reactions, and then the other is fanboyism. And both require me to apologize to Heather. So in last week's video, first of all, this Socialite smells amazing. It smells so good. In last week's video, I made a comparison between First Line Shave 3.0 and Ariana and Evan's Kaizen, and I kind of ended up turning into a rant against Ariana and Evans, and I kind of talked about how in these artisan soaps, a lot of times wet shavers obsess over immeasurables. Like, you can't really measure slickness, you can't really measure protection. And then I made the point that you can measure fragrance reactions, you can measure customer service, you can measure fulfillment quite easily. To help facilitate the measurement of fragrance reactions, I have made a Google questionnaire down below. It's completely anonymous, and I want people to report their fragrance reactions. And I'll compile that data. Google Forms allows you to share an Excel spreadsheet of the compiled data, and given my line of work, I could run some statistical analysis on it if it seems interesting enough. But a lot of the feedback from that video I posted, like within 3 hours in my DMs on Instagram, I had about a dozen fragrance reaction reports from Ariana and Evans. And then from that video also, Peter, responded, with the typical "I'm moving, I'm busy, I test my soaps on Noodle, I'm sorry you had a fragrance reaction" type thing. And then all of the Ariana and Evans fans, came to his defense. "Oh, don't listen to that guy." I wasn't being negative, I was just being factual. And the fanboys came to his defense. And that's when I realized, oh, Facebook fanboys are no different. Ariana and Evan fanboys are no different than any of the other fanboys that used to annoy me and some of my friends. Like, we used to kind of say some of the more Reddit heavy brands have fanboys. And so I don't think there is any difference in fanboys on any side of these arguments. And then I started thinking, hey, Heather and Zingari, they always market themselves as not causing fragrance reactions, or the number one mission is always to fragrance the soap so that there isn't a fragrance reaction. And so I started thinking about, things I've done in the past, and I was like a total douche to Heather once in Ariana and Evans IG Live, and she made comments about the Undersea label not meeting FDA requirements, and I went after her like a total asshole. And now that I understand her perspective being on behalf of fragrance reactions, I really regret doing that, and I understand where she was coming from now. And now that I have seen the wrath of fanboyism pointed in my direction, I can respect that that's something I don't want to be a part of. So I definitely want to apologize to Heather for that douchebagness on my part, my fanboyness, feeling like I had to defend Peter in that situation. And both of these are grown adults that neither side need defense, Furthermore, I really want to empower you as wet shavers to be able to report these fragrance reactions. Because the other thing that happened around the same time I made that video, I had one of the worst fragrance reactions I've ever had. And it put me out of shaving for about 4 days. I don't know if you remember, there was a while there where I did like unboxings and I wasn't shaving. I had a fragrance reaction so bad that I put steroid cream on my face because my skin was scaling up. And until that moment, I really didn't respect fragrance reactions because I had no real outcome on my ability to do my favorite thing, which is shave every day. By the way, this has koolada cooling in it. My face feels amazing right now. And this scent is like, it's boozier than I thought it would be in a good way. So that fragrance reaction really, like, you know, I'm sitting there on the sidelines, unable to shave, and I'm like, I need to do something about this. So I started to think, hey, how can I empower shavers to feel like they can speak up when they have fragrance reactions in a way that won't leave them vulnerable to attack from fanboys? So I came up with the idea of making a Google form questionnaire. The link is down below. And it's completely anonymous. I can't tell who you are. All I see is the raw data. And I want people to feel like they have a place they can go to report these things and not have to be attacked by fanboys like I once was, acting like a douche to Heather. Sorry again. And maybe we can use this data to help give feedback to artisans or to help serve as a database to help inform future purchase decisions. Or maybe to help shape a treatment for fragrance reactions. Maybe we need some kind of like fragrance reaction serum or something, you know what I'm saying? I hope no one ever gets it as bad as I did, where they need to put steroids on their skin, where their skin is like flaking off. But, you know, I just kind of want to ask you, like, do you find yourself defending artisans? Do you find yourself regurgitating the marketing material that they give you instead of coming up with your own thoughts and observations on products? Do you think brands need to be defended? Do you think that the way social media is, the echo chamber quality of these private groups where the audience is curated to be in favor of an artisan, do you think that that is the best place to go when you have a complaint about a product? Do you feel like you have a safe place to have a voice in today's market? I feel like maybe we don't. A lot of the people that reached out to me about having fragrance reactions to Ariana and Evans, they're VIP members, they're members of that Facebook group. They're like, yeah, man, I don't want to say what I need to say on that Facebook group. Those guys are going to come after me. So as awesome as our new ability to communicate with each other is, I really don't feel like there's a safe place for us to sometimes say what needs to be said. And I've participated in that against Heather, and Heather's mission is not to have fragrance reactions. And that's a tough mission to have when there's so many brands that like want to have the most robust scent strength, and a lot of shavers want that, and that's going to be at the expense of many people's skin. And that's a measurable outcome that shouldn't be happening. So I want to apologize to Heather for not taking fragrance reaction seriously and for being a fanboy that was kind of weaponized against her. Both of those things are parts of this hobby that I don't like, and I'm gonna try to be self-aware enough not to participate in that ever again. This is amazing. I kept saying I'm not really interested in the recovery splash. I did use it last night. The dry down is very, very boozy because of the gin, I'm assuming. The face feel is awesome. I went to sleep with this on my face and my skin felt great. So hopefully you guys aren't too mad about this video. I'm not trying to upset anyone. I really just want to empower you to feel like you have a voice against the fragrance reactions you have. You don't have to face the fanboy army. If you had a fragrance reaction, just use my form, fill it out, let me know, and then we'll decide what to do with the data once we have enough. I don't know how much enough is. Maybe I'll leave the form open for maybe through the holiday season, and we'll see how that goes. All right, I hope you guys have a happy Aloha Saturday. I'll see you later. Bye.